some maths. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, £400 is borrowed over 3 years, and an interest rate of 5% interest rate. So that is added on. Interest rate of 5% per annum. That's every year, and it's compounded. So the interest is added on at the end of each year. So the start of the year, so you got the start of the first year is £400 what you borrowed, and it's at 5%. So I need to find 5% of 400, which is easy, £20. I add it on, and I get £20. And I just add it on, and that will be £420.
Okay, because 10% is 40.
10% is 40, half it, 5%, and you add it on, so it's 5% here, that's 100%, and you added it on together to get the 5% increase.
That makes sense.
And that is at the end of the first year. So this one here, end. Then you start the second year now. Second year, at the start of it, is this amount here, which is 420. Now I need to work out 5% of this amount, which is, so 42 will be 10%, half of it is 21. And so at the end of that second year, I got £441. End of second year. The start of the third year, last year, this is my amount, £441. I've got 5% of that, so 10% looks a bit more difficult this time. 10% is 44.1, £44, 10 pence. Half that, they are 5%, which is 22.5, so it's 22.05, 22.05, so that's 5 pence here. And the answer would be here, 463. It helps if you put them on top of each other so you can add them easily for anyone. And that is the amount at the end of the third year. So this is how much is due at the end of the term, is £463 and 5 pence. This is too long, especially if it was, say...
I wouldn't want to do it that way, personally.
No, but I just wanted to see what happens here.
Okay.
And imagine if it was 30 years, or 300 years.
Wow, that would take you a long time. You'd run out of boards and wool.
So we don't want that. I was just about to write here.
No.
Okay, so instead, there's a quick way of doing it. It's basically, you need to write down the amount and multiply it by something called the percentage, the decimal multiplier. So it's, because it's a interest rate, it's an increased. So you need to work out how much has been increased. 5%, so that's 105% here. And that is divided by 100 to change the percentage to decimals. So you divide by 100, and you end up with 1.05. And this bit here is called the decimal multiplier. That is placed right there. And what we're saying here is, because you've got this one hole here, takes care of the £400, the 0.5 takes care of the 5% increase, so that £400 is 100%. The 0.5 is your 5% increase. That's how you write as a decimal. And then the power is the number of years, or the number of terms. And you'll notice, the way I do it, I do 1.05 to the power 3 first, so there aren't any mistakes. I'll get the answer, and then I multiply that by the amount, and you'll notice you'll get exactly the same thing.
Okay, that looks very simple.
Yeah?
So if you want to do it over 30 years...
The power will be 30 here, so it will be exactly the same, £400 times 1.05 to the power 30. So instead of doing that 30 times, that will take care of it.
I see. Have we got a calculator to do that?
Yeah, let's do this. That would be 1...
Well, I want to know how much that's going to cost me.
Okay. So it's 1.05 Is that? Oh, it hasn't got the power here, has it?
Okay, I think we can turn that to scientific.
Oh, very good. Oh, very good. So, let's try again. It's 1.05 to the power 30 equals, or then times that by 400. So, after 30 years, it would be, so here, that would be 1,728.78 to the decimal places. So that's how much you had to pay for a £400 loan. After 30 years, 5% interest per annum, compound interest will be.
Wow, do you want to lend me £400 and I'll pay you back £1,728.28 in 30 years' time?
All right, sounds like a deal.
Let's take on it.